thriving. It's the motherfucking 3rd of November. Daylight saving times is in full effect. I don't see any daylight being saved. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I don't see any daylight being saved. I don't understand why motherfuckers think you could cut one end of a blanket off, sew it on the other side of the blanket, and somehow that gives you a longer blanket. I don't understand. But that's pretty much the idea behind fucking daylight savings time. And here we are. I had a couple of days off just because we do this on even days, and we had the 31st and the 1st, back to back. So that's just gave me some more time, give y'all a break. What up, cuz? The cat, what cat you talking about? You talking about the cat that I was feeding in the back? Yeah, man, that cat, I know at some point it ate the chicken. I don't know what, I wasn't around to watch it when it actually ate the chicken. And I don't know if the cat in fact ate the chicken. It might have been another species. It could have been the fucking ants. I know the chicken ain't there no more. And I did that shit a few days ago, so I'm sure the cat will come around. I'm sure the cat is getting used to me. Because I've seen the cat in multiple places. And it always sees me and then it kind of just stops and waits to see what I'm going to do. The other day I got really close to it. I got like an arm's length away from it because I turned around and I walked backwards to it. So it didn't like catch my eye contact. And it let me get really close to it. And as soon as I went like that to look over my shoulder, he took a few steps away from me and then sat back down. And I was like, all right, you're not ready yet. I think it's a girl though, because that cat is fat as hell. Don't miss no meals. Either that or it's just super pregnant. But, slow and steady wins the race, whatever they say, some shit like that. Serena, was good? Mrs. Clayton, what's up? Smart Savvy, welcome. How are all of you doing? The trip up to see the girls was, words just don't describe what it's like to be away from your children. And then you get back in a few feet of them. In the physical, and they miss you, So let me tell you how it went. I pulled up, it's a 5-hour drive away. I pulled up to one of Aura's friends' house, because I can't go back to where Aura lives for some weird ass reason. We'll get to that later. We'll get to that, because that's also a part of this story. But so I pull up. I've been to this house before. I know the family. So I wasn't expecting any smoke or any static or whatever. But it did feel fucking weird. It did feel fucking weird that the last time that they saw me was Aura's first day of school. I saw him in the hallway just passing. And me and the dad, the guy's name is Jared. He's a real cool dude. The wife, her name is Samantha. She's super cool. And it just felt weird. I have this thing that I always do. I always assume the worst. So in my mind, I'm like, yo, what if she's, bad mouthing me in front of them and like they're totally on her side and they don't want to see my face. Like that type of shit was going on in my head. But I was like, fuck that. Like if anybody want to fight, we could fight. I know I know what happens and it wasn't nothing crazy. So but yeah, that was just me telling myself the worst case scenario. And of course that didn't happen. I walk around, I hear the kids playing in the back. They have a beautiful fucking crib right on like this big ass lake or whatever. I hear all the kids playing in the back and shit, running around. So I go around the back and divine timing, Lumi is coming through the gate as I'm walking to the gate. And she sees me and she goes, that's Dada! And like she speeds up a little bit. And like I pick her up and I scoop her up and I fucking twirl her around a couple of times. And she was really happy to see me. She got the big ass smile on her face. And I got kisses and she had a cow costume on. And like a bunch of moms came out and they were like, hi Matt. And the shit going through my head, I'm like, fuck you mean hi Matt. Don't fucking hi Matt me. But anyway, it was all good. No negativity whatsoever. I went in the house and more parents were coming up to me, like people I didn't know knew who I was. So that kind of made me was like, why you know me? Yeah, I don't know you. But anyway, I guess I don't know. So I finally see Aura. She was right next to her mom, and when she saw me, she was so happy and excited to see me. She ran up to me, and I like had both of them on my arms for a minute, like double arming it with both of them, and I got a bunch of kisses. And she wanted to go play with her friends and shit. Actually, she did walk around with me for like 5 minutes just to talk and kick the shit and whatever. Or Lumi was not trying to get like off of me at all. She wanted to stay in my arms. I put her down. She was like, up, up. I was like, all right, say less. You ain't gotta tell me. I thought she wanted to go run around too, but she was in my arms. Aura hung out with me for a good minute, but then she went to go play with her friends. We all got ready to leave to go trick or treating, and yeah, the whole thing went pretty smoothly. Um, Lumi did bust it at the end of like towards the end of the night. She was tired. We walked around for a good like hour and a half, and her costume was so baggy and heavy, I guess, that like she started like walking away from me, like excited, like trying to get me to chase her. And right as I was about to like scoop her up, she fucking fell right before I can grab her, and she like busted her forehead, like her nose, her lip right here got like pretty scratched up, and she was bleeding. So that sucked. I don't like when my kids get injured at all. Like it's like just as much of an injury to me to see them get injured. But it was cool to see them, to see Aura with all her friends. She's quite the popular one, I will say. Like all the girls love her, all her friends love her, all her friends love Lumi just as much as they love her. So she's got a nice little community going up there. I was happy to see that. And V and I didn't like walk together that much. We weren't in that much close proximity to each other. She pretty much stayed with her mom friends, and I pretty much just hung out with Lumi and walked behind her to make sure that she was okay. And that was that. All in all, it was a fantastic night. Aura had mad candy, and she wanted me to go with her to like all the scary parts. Like this neighborhood was really fucking nice. Like 5 out of 10 houses had like a scary maze you can walk through. Like it was a very nice neighborhood. But they had, a lot of them had like people dressed up in like scary mask costumes. So she wanted me to go with her, so she didn't get too scared. She like picked me up, and yeah, it was fun. And then towards the end of the night, we posted up at another one of her Aura's friend's house, and she wanted to hang out with them. And so I just hung out, just bided my time until it was time for all the kids to go home. And then Aura was kind of acting like she didn't want to go to the hotel with me. She just wanted to be with her mom or whatever. But luckily, I was able to talk her out of it and like to get her to come with me and tell her how fun it was going to be. And we were going to have a big breakfast the next morning. So she was very happy about that. And when we got to the hotel, she was so happy about how dope the hotel was, because I actually booked a nice one since it was only one night. And she was like, Dad, I want to stay with you another day. And I was like, I wish I could. I wish I fucking could. I wish I can afford a whole nother night in this $300 a night hotel. But we got to spend the next day together. We played until about, I don't know, like 4 or 5 o'clock. And that was that. So nice little journey, nice little rendezvous with the girls. I can't wait to do it again. I'm trying to get up there in the next 2 weeks. I don't like whole months to go by. And her mom is taking them to Mexico for Thanksgiving. And I'm definitely trying to see them before then. So that gives me like 2 or 3 weeks to get all the money up I can. That being said, hit the super chat, super gifts, whatever the fuck you got. I haven't been paying attention to the comments. I already see somebody who needs to be blocked. How dare you name yourself Gone too, like, and be on some stupid shit. Alright. Serena was good. I did not get the shout out yesterday. The other day, sorry about that, Smart Savvy. Sorry about that. Shout out to you, Lo. Thank you for being so in tune and consistent in the community. You know I love you. You know what's up, Serena. Glad you got to see your girls at least. Facts. Me too. Unseen. What's up? What's up? All right, cool. So I caught up to the comments already. Not too much going crazy. So I didn't do the proper introduction. I go by Nos, N-O-S, Nos Nero. This is my channel. If you like free thinking, critical thinking, if you like freedom, if you like vlogs by dads, family shit, please subscribe. Consider that. Definitely hit the thumbs up if you so feel called. Whatever. You know, we here. I do these lives every even day around 6 p.m. to 6:30. We have a nice community going, so pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Epic, what's good? Roni, what's up, what's up? So I don't have too much planned today. I have been editing this video, this vlog. Hopefully it will be done by the end of the night. It really depends at this point on like the creative ideas that flow across my head as I rewatch it. But so far it's pretty good. I like it. And I can't wait for you guys to see it. The footage is from beginning of September. I know we're in the beginning of November. I wanted to have this done by the end of last month, but shit just didn't go that way. Fortunately, in a way, because I've been working so much. So that's what enabled me to get up there to go see my girls. YouTube, if YouTube would have paid me last month, that would have been fucking fantastic. Because I got like, I don't know, close to $200 from YouTube, but they did not pay me last week because what I've just recently learned, like, you need to have your YouTube, you need to have the $100 that you make on YouTube by the 3rd of of that beginning of the month. Oh shit! Thank you. I think that's Serena right there, if I remember, for the espresso, the latte. Appreciate that. That's what's up. So, yeah, you gotta have your $100 by the beginning of the month. Last month, I didn't get to $100 till like the 5th or 6th of the month, and that's when I got back consistent. And so now I've written it up to like almost $200, but I'm not gonna get that to the end of this month. But it is what it is. No complaints. Thank you for the daily verse, Epic Films. Good, good. Happy you getting your Bibles in, your verses in. Speaking of Bible verses, is anybody familiar with, what is it, Proverbs 31, 1 through 9? So my cousin has been telling me to read these. Because he says it's important to understand Proverbs 31 to properly understand polyandry. And I haven't done that yet. But he was saying read 1 through 9, Proverbs 31, 1 through 9. Listen, my son, listen, son of my womb, son of my son, the answer to my prayers. Do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings. It is not for kings, Lemuel. My cousin was also breaking down the science of the L's, while, Samuel, Lemuel, who else has an L at the end of their name? But there's a science behind the L at the end of the name. For what I understand, the L means God. And yeah, so I have no idea. He's much better versed at it than I am. But it says right here in part 4, it is not for kings, Lemuel, it is not for kings to drink wine, not for rulers to crave beer, lest they drink and forget what has been decreed, and deprive all of the oppressed of their rights. Let beer be for those who are perishing, wine for those who are in anguish. Let them drink and forget their poverty, and remember their misery no more. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly, defend the rights of the poor and needy. Okay, and then I guess this part 10 through 31, it looks like this is an epilogue called The Wife of Noble Character. Anybody else have a problem with like gnats? When I came back to the crib, there was mad gnats in the crib. I'm like, where all these fucking gnats came from? I really think though it's because the garbage hadn't been taken out since before I left, so that might be what it was. But I was like, is there a universal gnat fucking epidemic happening? Anyway, epilogue of Proverbs. A wife of noble character who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She is like the merchant ships, bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it is still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servants. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. She sees that her trading is profitable, and her lamp does not go out at night. In her hand she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them who are clothed in scarlet. I wonder what that means. She makes coverings for her bed. She is clothed in fine linen and purple. I love that. Her husband is respected at the city gate, where he takes his seat among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies the merchants with sashes. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She speaks with wisdom, and faithful instruction is on her tongue. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children arise and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Many women do noble things, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gate. That's what's up. My cousin was saying that somehow relates to polyandry, and from the looks of it, it sounds like it does. What do you think about that, family? Fall brings fruit flies? I guess that's what it is. Starboy, what up, what up, what up? Yeah, because they're fucking in my house crazy right now. I put up a bunch of fly tapes to catch them. The ones in the bathroom are smarter than the fly tape. They actually fly, or I witnessed them for a bunch of time flying around the fly tape. And I was like, damn, they're really that smart. I thought the fly tape was supposed to attract them for whatever reason. The only one that's working is the one that's right above the garbage can. I had to put one up in my room because when I woke up, there was like fucking gnats and shit, fruit flies on the window. And I said, oh no. I will not have this. I will not have it. So that's another update in my life. What's up with y'all, man? What's going on with the fam? Anybody have anything big happen in life? What did I name this video? I named this video being overwhelmed with life. I've named the video that because I definitely felt that pretty strong today. I just want to make so much money so much more faster than I am. And sometimes I end up focusing on all that I don't have. Or like all the shit that's wrong, you know, like just shit that's not fucking dope. Coming from a really high-end hotel, coming back into the house and just like seeing all the things that could use some restoration, could use some improvement. I'm just like, golly, like this shit is almost insurmountable. I also felt that when I was driving up there to go see my girls, like for a bunch of things had happened like right around at the same time. And I was like, yo, this is fucking too much, yo. This is too much. There's no way this shit is really like this right now. Like it's really this dire of a situation. It almost made me feel like regret for having children. It's not funny, but it's definitely how I felt, and I'm not even gonna sugarcoat that. Put out a bowl of vinegar with a bit of dish soap and get rid of the gnats and fruit flies. I'm already on that, Serena. I would have did it today, but we don't have any vinegar, so I put vinegar on my to buy list. I've got to buy a couple of things from the store when I go. Um, thank God that I have enough money to buy face wash and vinegar. I was thanking all the work that I've done in the past couple of weeks to be able to go do what I just did, spend all the money I just spent on the fucking car, getting the car ride, buying the hotel, and still having money to come home, still having gas to go to all my gigs this week, and having enough money to buy face wash and vinegar. So that will be done tomorrow. Thank you for putting me onto that. If any of you are having issues with fruit flies, vinegar definitely works. I've seen it. I've seen it a bunch of times. Vinegar, a little bit of dish soap in a bowl or whatever, and you take some saran wrap. You poke holes in the saran wrap. The fruit flies know how to get in, but they don't know how to get out. And thank goodness for that. So I will get that done tomorrow. I definitely relate to being programmed to focus on the negative of what we don't have. I think it happens to all of us sometimes, especially when we grew up in the struggle. Yo, facts. I was in the shower just like looking at like the hard water particles that form inside of the shower nozzle. And I was like, fuck, that's something else I gotta do. I gotta clean that shit. I was looking at like the paint chipping in the bathroom and shit. I was like, fuck, this bathroom needs to be restored. And I literally got out the shower and I said to myself out loud, I said, at least my house is still standing and not bombed to bits by a tyrannical totalitarian government. I said that out loud because I'm always thinking about that. It could be so much fucking worse. Thank God that, my water takes about 2 minutes to warm up, but it does actually get hot at some point. So I gotta be grateful for that. There's so many people on my block alone. Like from my house down that way to the corner, I want to say like 4 or 5 houses don't even have electricity. Haven't had electricity for months. So that means they're cold showers. They can't charge their phones if they have phones. And I'm sitting in here with all my lights on. So just absolutely being grateful for what I do have. Not trying to be overwhelmed by the things that make me feel sub fucking human. Because sometimes you can definitely feel subhuman, especially like if you're on social media and every time you're on, nobody on social media shows what the struggle looks like. Everybody's like, oh, I just fucking did this and made all this money, blah blah blah, or like, look at this great life that I'm living, or like, some people are really creative. Some people are so creative that they are in the struggle, but they don't let the struggle minimize the creative ideas they have, and they'll still make like funny ass skits and shit like that. So shout out to them. They're very inspiring. All that to say, I don't fucking be on social media like that. There used to be a time where I used to stay on fucking social media, meme mining. I used to be the biggest meme miner in the world. I knew all the memes. Now I don't even know what the memes are. Speaking of memes, 6'7", take that. Aura got me on that 6'7" shit. That shit blew my mind. It's like her doing the 6'7", and I was like, 6'7"? What the fuck are you talking about, 6'7"? And I literally had to Google this shit, and I was like, wow, I'm that old where I'm out of the lingo. I'm out of the youth loop, the loop of youth. And I felt old, but I hit her with it. I hit it with it like 3 times. I hit her with the 6'7", so she knows that daddy can stay up on the lingo and shit. Yeah, you already know, cuzzo. It's definitely the best way to combat ungrateful. What's the word for ungratitude? Disgratitude, misgratitude, who fucking knows? But whenever I feel like, yo, this shit is overwhelming right now, I definitely find ways to be grateful. And there's so many reasons to be grateful. So many reasons. Like, I don't have a lot of money, but I have some. I could have zero. I could be out there, like, you know, standing up at the intersection with a fucking sign like, yo, I need this. Can you spare it? That could be me. But I'm not. So we're keeping that gratitude going, baby. Live life in a state of gratitude, and life will provide more for you to be grateful for. That's what they say, at least. I did entertain the idea of like just not being grateful and just like being super negative, because I feel like I've been so grateful for so long, and yet here I am still struggling. So I don't know. The scientist in me was like, let's try something different. Let's just fucking be negative about everything and greedy and spiteful and, you know, borderline fucking evil. I feel like evil people get the benefit of the shake of circumstance. Ah, man. So